Alright, decided to have a little fun. I'm trying to do some tests to figure out what's going on with the streaming here today. We had a little bit of problems yesterday early on. We flipped on the phase converter and it all went away. So I'm trying to see, if it happened or not. But mostly, it's just recovery time. Bash is done. Got some coffee.
Say this was just a regular wheel mounted on my spindle. Right. And this is coming around this way. So I just got a diamond right here, and I'm cutting it like that. I'm just shear dress here. I'm using the diamond, I'm shearing that crystalline off, I'm breaking down the structure. If I'm crush dressing, I'm bringing them in contact like this. And actually, when everything's coming out like this, they're not shearing it across, they're crushing. So in this, in a crush environment, will dominate a diamond if you're crushing. If I'm coming at you this way, not sideways. So you need to get this wheel running, basically sit here, and we start moving across. So this is a very soft wheel.
So, yeah,
absolutely.
Got an impromptu
dressing
class for surface grinder for the wheels. I mean, everything seems to be working okay.
Like this.
No.
Right.
You know what? I didn't even look to see where I was sending this one. I'm sending it to my URL. I think.
Is it a banner?
I didn't look. I should find
The other
out.
wheel's coming around and it's got run out and lumps and bumps. And you'll feel it hitting against you.
Okay.
After you knock off all the high spots,
I'll put it up. Thank you.
to do the final, just drop this in the toolmaker's vise.
I don't have the mics on or anything special like that. This is just down and dirty, real quick, right off the laptop.
And be ready out here with the shop vac. You are making a mess.
So it's working. Oh, hey guys.
Destroying this wheel.
Zag,
I use
done.
this from here to here and
I don't know how well you can hear.
And I'm gonna water
Because they showed a brake dresser, which was just a unit that did exactly what you're talking about, but it had a small diameter wheel, which was probably 2 inches wide.
And I thought it was,
pop this
there was
in.
one day I did this, I sat here for 2.5 hours, and after I was done with
it's here, this way I can find it easily enough. Trying to keep an eye on frame rate
and
and David, hey man, how are you?
I didn't tighten my arbor enough.
That's awesome.
The diamond
Kind of wishing
don't use
I saw you.
Right. It's
Oh,
just
Sean's on.
metal, so they slip really easy.
Yeah, I don't have any nothing special right now. This is all just straight through the laptop.
So, after you got it mounted,
This is more
then
after the fact, trying to figure out what was causing problems yesterday. And oddly enough, it's just everything's working.
Just tap it around.
We wanted to say that the phase converter running cleared things up, and it did yesterday. Running the phase converter, for whatever reason, cleared up our networking issues, and everything was fine. Today, phase converter's not even here, and I'm getting at least as good, if not better performance. So I'm going to blame Chris. Steven, how are you, buddy? Hope everything is well in the Pacific Northwest.
No, I won't. Whatever I see.
Sean, I missed you yesterday. Would have been nice. I know work first. I get it, but yeah. Oh yeah, I slept like a rock. Hey,
yeah, I think I was missing.
hang on a second. Hey, Stan.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to show Stephen Lang my Toolmaker's Vice collection.
You want to say hi?
Morning, everybody.
We got a few people watching.
Well, you know what? I think maybe I'll bring my Toolmaker's Vice collection over here and show it to them too.
That'd be awesome.
Okay. Would you guys like to see my vices? Because we all have our vices, right?
Yeah, this one's mine.
I'm here with our Stephen Lang. If you don't subscribe to his channel, go check him out. It's Shark River Machine.
Yeah.
So
Yes, this is our little quiet time. So, Scott.
Yeah. Hey, Scott Tyndall, are you home already?
No, you can't be home already. You were just leaving an hour ago.
Was he?
Yeah.
He must be on his cell phone at the airport or
Yeah.
something.
Was there welding when the issues were happening? No, there's no welding going on, Zach. Nothing like that. I don't know how long the buffering is. I didn't check any of that stuff.
Are you on you're on your channel?
Yeah, I'm on my channel.
Can you? Is there any way to throw? I can go over there and throw a link up from this to my channel and try to get some people in real quick or something.
Cool.
Okay, I'm going to go try to find the link for this, and I'm going to pick up those vices. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, let me have my laptop.
Hey, Stan.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
So one of Tom's Whitman, and that is Inspiration Work. And I'm going to live right now from the Varsity
Yeah.
Vize.
That's it. Behind the scenes.
What I want to do is
Everything seems to be working okay. Which is good.
I'm gonna go to Facebook and share it on Facebook first.
Yeah, that's fine. Wherever you want to
I'll
share it.
it on the YouTube channel.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
I certainly don't.
How many people do we have watching? Yeah, 11 people watching right now. That's all right.
Facebook,
So it's taking a minute. Stan's promoting a little bit, and then we're gonna probably need to move some of this stuff. So I don't know if you guys saw or how many of you watched yesterday, but we did some giveaways. So we've got one of the 5 packs that Dennis Nolan had sent over from Seco and Niagara. Right, so we've got that going out. We gave away. So Luke Hamilton won one of the Fireball Tools squares. Right, so we're sending that out. Yeah, Steven, I think you're probably right, man. But you know, we ran hardwire out to here, so the Wi-Fi is literally like right above me here, and nobody had that. You know, I had access to the access point, and I was making sure which devices were on, and nobody had access to it. But you're right; it's the ping, search for what's available, kind of, you know, chattiness, all that extra stuff going on. That definitely could have had something to do with it. Let's see. Oh, so we had Jimmy DeResta on yesterday, and we gave away a nice dial test indicator and a 5C collet stop. Where are we? Here we are.
I'm wishing it's not.
Give that stuff away. So we gotta get all this stuff shipped out. So today is the day where we just start putting stuff together and cleaning up and figuring stuff. So I've got a dozen sticker packs with with a spider attached to them. Won't be sending those out. Hey, Scott. But so a dozen sticker packs. Jimmy gave stencils to put on with all the sticker packs. So these are folks who watched the live stream yesterday. We're sending these out. So so Jimmy's stencils, which managed to, I don't know if you can see behind. Yeah,
The belt sander.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, they can see it?
Yeah, they can see it.
Want to turn it a little bit?
No, it shows up pretty well, actually.
Okay.
Oddly enough.
That's actually pretty cool. It's all the way around.
Yeah. So we got a couple stencils here. All right, you ready to show your stuff?
Sure. I got all my vices lined up right over there. You guys want me to start from small to big or big to small? Let me know. And I was going to show Stephen Wang. Where's that spindle? I'll show you how I mounted in the spindle.
Oh, doing your little class? Oh, the other thing I want to show off before we do this. So heat is always an issue, right? So we're doing this from a laptop, and it's doing a bunch of processing on the fly, encoding things for video. So we had a big plate that we rested this stuff on to help dissipate the heat. Well, Emma had a little fun. So this is my central command center. So this is coming home with me to go on the wall at the shop.
Pretty cool. We'll drill it. We can drill you some. We can drill you some holes in there and chamfer it real nice on the mill or something too. Or you can do it.
I was like, if only
I knew a guy.
Yeah, it's like really okay. That'd be awesome.
Do they want to start the big?
Big. Well, Scott said start with big. Steven said left to right, which is also coincidentally
that's a relative term.
Big.
Right. This is my biggest one. This was actually just kind of a cheap. I think this was the Gibraltar brand, which is a decent brand. They make hold downs and things like that. But it was out of square in one direction. It spent some time on the surface plate. It's heavily used. It's been crashed into twice that I see. Not modified, just been squared up and hard as heck. There's a few features on this one that I like. It doesn't use on the sides. You got the pinholes. down here, but the pin doesn't go all the way through. On the back, you'll see the pin is very short, and those pinholes create like a step, so you can speed through the settings without having to push the pin all the way out. So that's my big dog. It's got pockets front and back for hold down right here, and you can also get into the sides here to pin it down if you want to use it on a milling machine. But mainly I use it for squaring on the magnetic plate. If you put a part in,
I was getting ready to ask if you.
all right, if you lay it on its side like this, if you notice this jaw is smaller, feel it right there. We've had this conversation before. So if you lay it on its side like this, with a part sitting proud here and here, I can grind, take the whole Marianne, flip, grind, and my part will be as however square this vise is, that's how square my part is. And it gives me a place to start. All right, so that's my biggest. Commercially made Wilton. And this one is what I was telling you about with a pin all the way through. You see, this one does not have the steps, but it does have the pin all the way through. So whenever you have to change jaw areas, you have to pull the pin all the way out, and getting those lined up is no fun. But this is kind of a nice vise. It's got V grooves, vertical and horizontal. This is in as purchased condition. I measured it and it needs work. So I really haven't used it a lot. It's still got a little bit of cosmoline on it, but I know it's out of square in one direction and it needs a little bit of touch up, but no big deal. You know, if you buy something used or that's unknown, always check it and make sure you can trust it before you put it into service. Let's move on.
Or if you're me, you send it to him and say, "Hey, how square is this?"
I'll tell you how far out of square it is, and if I can fix it, I guess too. This one is shop made, kind of a low profile. Got a real low bed. It's a pin version, and it's got this jaw is removable. It's not a monolithic.
I was just noticing.
So yeah, well, it's got reliefs in the corners.
Yeah.
And not the greatest vise. This was an eBay. And it's not really hard. It's like mid 50s, so it actually takes a hit, and you got to stone it all the time. So not really my favorite, but I got it squared up, and it is reliable enough.
I like the design though, because from a materials perspective, you don't need some big chunk like the one we made for the
right. That was a big old block,
and then a big old block. This you can do from smaller pieces.
Right. And see, that's where it dowels in and bolts in there.
So that was the design change I was going to make if we ever did a second version.
These jaws will deflect. So during the grind, we need to be able to maybe preload it and tip it in so that when the jaws come together, they touch on top first, then you tighten, they'll square up.
Okay.
Because you get some deflection in there. This bed is weak.
Right.
Not only is it thin, but then we made Swiss cheese out of it.
Right.
So this bed is very thin. It has a tendency to bow up when you tighten up the vise. So they all have drawbacks.
Yeah.
But I'll show you the profile on that. And that one's shop made.
Does it sound like there's an awful lot of people here all of a sudden?
I hear a lot of voices out there.
I know. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought it was
this is Summer Bash Day 2, guys.
Yeah.
This one is shop made.
Didn't you know
that? This one was made for me by a friend. His name is Carl Messenger.
Oh, yeah.
You remember Carl?
I remember the name.
Okay. But Carl made this one. And I actually played around with some jeweling on it. I started doing a little bit. I don't know if it's going to show up.
You get the light, right?
There's some.
Yeah, you can kind of see it.
Yeah, the jeweling's faded, and I polished over it a couple of times, so it's kind of faded out. But he's got his name acid etched right there.
Oh yeah, that won't. I don't know.
No, you're not going to get that. His name's Carl Messenger, and he did a wonderful job on this vise.
Yeah,
it's hard as heck. I checked it for square. It's nice and square, and I've used it for some small stuff. I like the clearance that this offers here on the backside. So, Carl Messenger. This is another little odd duck, and this is another one that I jeweled a little bit. This is just kind of a little short and fat.
Like me?
It's stubby. It's nice and square. This one's got the jaws undercut, so you can work laying sideways. This one's got a big relief in the backside.
Yeah.
If you've got big parts with burrs, or maybe you've got a part that's got a feature on it. I'll try to hold it where you can see this relief in the vice jaws. It holds your parts up high and offers a lot of relief, and that comes in handy sometimes. Because usually the bottom of a toolmaker's vise has got a very sharp inside corner, and this one doesn't have that. So all these vices have some unique feature about them that makes them handy. This one I made, and it was just a joke.
Yeah,
this is my.
It's cool as hell.
So this is my smallest vice, and I was starting to make one that was. I wanted it small enough to be a keychain fob, but fully functional, hardened, ground, done, polished, and you can see I've just got fingerprints. Yeah, fingerprints and everything on it. But I'll try to hold the end of it. Maybe you guys can see yourselves in that or something. There's.
Yeah.
Now they're looking back at the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now you can see it. So I got a polish on the end. I did a little jeweling so you can see the jeweling. But that's a little cutie pie. That one actually made an appearance when I worked on the Baldor 510. I put a 1/4 inch tool bit in there and used this as a carriage or a slider to cut the 510 backing plates. So it does have use, and I do have plans on making an even smaller one someday that will genuinely fit on a keychain, because it'd be cool to.
Awesome.
This is a little clunky for a keychain, but
check.
she is a cutie pie, right?
That's great.
We'll check something.
Yeah,
real quick
I
here.
made that one, but it's
We got about
it's done,
20.
hardened, finished.
We got about 20 people watching.
20? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
I drove them over from Facebook and from my channel.
Yeah, well, good.
I cross-linked it 2 different ways.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
So
okay.
you do this with a wood dowel with some diamond?
If you guys want it, no, it's not a diamond. I use just mother's polish.
Oh, okay.
If you guys want to do jeweling yourselves, what you're going to do is you're going to take a wooden dowel and put it in the mill,
Fills, is it?
and then do the end of the wooden dowel needs to be very square,
Downstairs on the table.
squared up in the lathe, and then
Is he coming back? Is he?
take some mother's polish and put it on the end of the wooden dowel, and then use your DRO and do very specific step overs. You come down, and when you come down, give it a 2 count or a 5 count or a 6 count. See what your result is, and then every time you do it, you just take your finger with a little bit of mother's polish and just wipe the bottom of that wooden dowel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Side step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just keep applying it and keep watching your finish to keep a consistent finish. And it's all about doing accurate step overs, and doing jeweling is no big deal, and you can actually go a little crazy sometimes. See if I can catch the sides there. And you can go overboard with it. This is one of those things where less is more. And this was kind of almost over the top. So, all right, guys, that's my vice collection.
Thanks.
You bet.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Well, so we did get a couple of. I was able to get a little bit of the issues we were seeing yesterday, but for the most part, Stan, it's been running like a champ the whole time, and I actually upped the data rate and the frame rate to
Today?
to simulate a higher load.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we did simulate it, and I can replicate the problem, but it's not terrible. Hang on.
Finish this a bit. Should I fire up your VFD?
Oh, the rotor? Go ahead.
Oh yeah, your rotor, your paperwork.
Good.
Yeah, I'm not. There's no chain. Oh yeah, actually, it got worse.
So the new one does fix internet.
No, it's stabilized.
Okay. So did it spike? Let's look around a little bit, and I'm going to look at wheeling.
Yeah.
You know I want to prove it to myself, right?
I know. Yeah, that's gotta be it. All right, so we're gonna keep going with this a little bit. So the theories that we had. The first one was that the phase converter that was like right next to this, that when we turned it on, it was canceling out whatever whatever interference we were getting.
Here, we'll plug the guy right now. Hey man, the new amp series phase converter from American Rotary. You know what? It's so awesome. It'll fix your crappy internet.
The funny thing is, it did though. Like we weren't really certain. It was like, oh my god, it's working. Somebody wanted to see it. I was like, okay, leave it on. Don't touch the thing. Somebody wanted to see it, off and on. As soon as he turned it off, I watched bandwidth plummet. He turned it back on. It came right back up.
Yeah, but mine no change or what?
Well, I haven't had the problem today. So there's not enough people here.
I think
I was having that problem.
I think it was everybody and his brother who was logged onto the Wi-Fi.
But I was having that problem on Thursday too. Thursday and Friday.
There's a few people here on the Wi-Fi.
So I'm not sure. Yeah. But there's no change with your.
All right, we'll shut down.
Yeah.
All right, no change there.
Okay.
Now let's do this. I'm gonna pull.
Oh, you know what? I saw as you clicked. I watched it. Like this bottom one. This is where
you got a voltage spike. You're always gonna see something. You got capacitors up there.
Okay.
I'm gonna
nothing. No change there.
Oh, okay. You just look. Don't you love it when I'm wrong? I know you do love it when I'm wrong.
That's why you keep me around. It's for this stuff.
Well, that's my famous, my favorite saying to my guys is when they do something wrong and I tell them, do it this way, but they still try it their way and they fail.
Yeah. Nope, leave that there.
And then,
God, that's heavy.
Leave that there.
Leave it there.
Leave it there, please. Where are you going with it?
It's mine.
But it was serving a purpose.
It was hiding that. Just leave it there for you. Are you going home right now or something? Okay, we'll find another one.
Well, hey,
I'll
move it. Hey, Phil.
I'm going to put it in the box.
Oh,
yes, awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey,
that thing's heavy.
Randy.
I didn't realize.
Come say hi to everybody.
We got Randy Richard here this morning.
I didn't know you. You should warn people.
We're doing some testing
when you do this.
And this is on my channel, so there's only about 20 people watching.
Oh, who we got going? Hi, everybody.
You might recognize a few people, but
already had breakfast.
this is just people in the chat.
Yeah.
So today's kind of the quiet day. People are packing up, getting things, getting ready to go home and stuff like that. So, how long is the drive for you?
For me, 6 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, depending on the traffic. Now, it could turn into 10.
Yeah. Oh, easily.
Listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, the traffic here is miserable. Just plain miserable.
Yeah. I've played that game. I'm not doing it again. But so people are saying hi. So Duncan, he's over in the UK. So Scott's at the airport.
I've seen. Scott. They're at the airport now. Okay. Have a safe flight there, Scott.
Steve Fifield. And I know I just butchered your last name. He's up in Washington.
Yeah.
Right out of Chino, right?
Oh, I know John Fry's name. I recognize.
Oh, George. Yeah. Thanks, George. I appreciate it. Yeah, when I left, it was 97 degrees and something like 80% humidity. When I left, so thanks. Appreciate the update.
It's warm here today, though.
I'm not. You know what? I'm not. I'm actually flying back through Raleigh. I'm not going to Charlotte this time too, so it's a little easier getting home. I love the fact that there's a lot of Lee, Tin Barn. He's half an hour from me.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he was so close.
Yeah. There's several folks that are really.
That's
really
cool.
close by, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So,
no ways close to me.
No.
Oh, Ray is an hour and a half, so not too bad. Yeah.
But no, it's kind of neat.
Live.
What is it?
Warning.
Warning. I need to get one of those lights, like a broadcast light or something.
How do you know?
Can you do that? Right there?
Yeah. People say stuff?
Yeah, well, they've been typing stuff.
Hi, Randy. They're Randy?
No.
I don't need to know that.
60 miles to the island.
No one's saying anything on that.
Well, we'll say something to them. There's a little bit of a delay because it's getting coded, it's sent to YouTube, it gets sent to them.
Okay.
They see it, they type something. So there's a little bit of a delay.
A little bit.
Yeah. This is Phil. Everybody know Phil?
Phil Mundy?
And take off to the east.
And now they're in their own little conversation.
Oh, then they start talking to themselves.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so they've got ham radio operators, right? So it's like, oh wait, you're a ham radio operator, so am I. And you start to.
But you don't care if they use your feed to chat?
That's good, as far as I'm concerned.
No, that's fine. That's good.
The two cameras or the two.
So this is our preview. So I could have other views and stuff on, and that's what's actually being sent out.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm watching our upload.
Howdy.
Making sure.
Hi, Phil. Howdy.
See, there you go, Zach. So Zach's in Minnesota. I had to think about that one for a minute. Zach's a great guy. I've made some parts for him. He's got some doing some 3D printing lately. Is your Instagram Iceberg? Is that, if I remember that right, Zach? Is it Iceberg? So he's got some cool stuff he's been doing lately. It's
We
good
still
stuff.
love Tom.
Yeah, thanks, God. Love you too. But Wisconsin, I'm sorry. It's not like I haven't. I don't have an address for you. I just wasn't thinking about it. I like Brian. So yeah, see, that's what's kind of cool about this is it starts going through. Oh yeah, Iceberg 945. All right, at least I remembered that. Oh yeah, so we got.
Down on.
That's why. Oh yeah, there's donuts. I'm already twitching, just being.
I'm trying not to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll stave that off.
Yeah.
Put me to sleep driving, so
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, we're gonna leave pretty quick.
Diabetic coma from it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, we're just again today we're just doing some testing and it's backwards.
It's backwards.
Well, that's because you can read it.
So I can read it.
Randy doesn't have stickers. You know what he does have, Scott?
Way down there.
He has these. Yeah, these buttons. So
Oh,
did you not get one
If
yesterday?
you didn't get a button, oh shoot!
Do you have any more?
Oh, I got more, but not in my hands.
Yeah, no.
But
Okay.
actually, well, no, they're in the car.
Your house is been up there all the time?
I don't know about. I'll just Scott, send me your address.
Yep.
Email me, and I'll send a button. I got some left, so happy to send it.
Temporary lures on new filaments running. Oh, cool. Yeah, so Zach's making some parts right now. There's not really stickers left. There's a few. Steven, I'll put together a sticker pack for you. Yeah. Just I think I have your address, your mailing address, but do me a favor, email me your address just so I've got it, just to make sure.
Up until 2000,
I'll see what I can put together for you. So I do have we did a giveaway yesterday during the live feed, so I put together these 12 sticker packs. If you guys didn't see. So there's 12 of these going out of different folks. So got that.
Are these available? I'll grab one of these.
Yeah, you can take it.
Yeah.
Cool. So cool. Well, I'm thinking I'm gonna wrap this one up.
No, I don't miss it.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
I got kicked into that wall so hard.
But yeah, I think our test is pretty well conclusive at this point. That
This works. I mean, it
it's
looks like it's
mostly
really good.
It's mostly the noise that was coming. Thompson, Randy, what's your email?
rrintheshop@gmail.com.
Link twice.
Pretty
He's
easy.
not, but the guy that you all think is AVE is here. His name, look, Chris is not here. Okay.
Yeah.
He is still up in Kamloops. He's not here. Okay. I mean, the battalion signs that I never actually made for you. So yeah. Gotta work on that too. But, yeah. Thanks for the reminder. Now that I have electrical
Did you
enough
get
to,
on that?
yeah. Well, part of it was it's just with the move and then all the electrical stuff, the shop and everything else.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
didn't get to. But getting back on it, thank you for that reminder. I'll be honest, I dropped the ball on that. I'm sorry. It's my fault. There's no excuse for it. So I will definitely get on that. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think our testing is done. I think we're gonna wrap it up. We've got there's more cleanup to do and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
She was big. She was 15.
sound is better like right now. So I'm just using. Are you talking about overall? Because this
She
is.
knew exactly where that outboard was. And
Thanks.
I was trying to pull her away.
This is just the onboard mic on the laptop. But when I have the wireless mics, I think it does a pretty good job. Yeah, Duncan, it's getting late for you, buddy. Or late in the day, at least. All right, I'll see you guys. Thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Scott Tyndall's Home Shop, YouTube. Check out his channel. Yeah, that'd be good. And I will see you. I'll see y'all soon. Take care.
Tangle up in this thing. She got me off. She got my